Welcome to another video. Today we have a spicy meta Monday. We got the #1 Nats. We got Bradley, the professor. You guys might know him. Stop saying stop. We need to present you as the way.
Be on every video.
Every video. People know you in the comments. So he was the first one who topped 32 at the Ottawa Regionals in Canada with the first blue perp ever. And that one was like with STO5.
Just STO5,
STO5.
not even like GDO2.
No
nothing.
GDO2.
No
Just
first
STO5.
forms, no nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like I don't want to play meta, so I decided to play something else, right? Because no one would expect something like that.
Honestly, what pushed him the edge was when he went against me. I was playing Wing. He kept losing with 1 year war. He kept losing, and then he switched one time to blue purple, and he's like consistently destroying me.
Yeah,
That's the best card.
yeah. 8 Rezel. And we got PancheeTCG right here. New channel, please subscribe and make sure that he gets 1,000 as soon as possible.
Honestly, 500 first step, 1,000, we'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, so how was your experience at the Nats?
So Nats, the day one was pretty varied. Day one was 6 rounds of Swiss, and that I saw a little bit of everything everywhere. There was blue purple, of course, Wing. There were a couple of O players when I saw it, like look to my left and right. There were a couple of O players, as well as a lot more white red than I expected.
Yeah.
That was, I think, the surprise for me was there was a lot more white red. I think there were 2 in the top 16, which again isn't a lot, but considering there were 11 blue purple lists, they were second. So
Insane.
Honestly, that's why I kind of predicted, right? I mentioned in my video. I was expecting a lot of people trying to beat blue purple. So obviously, a lot of people thought white red would be the way, and I think they're correct. White red does have kind of an advantage against blue purple if they see their bursts, if they see their.
You have to be
bounce.
lucky. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. And I forgot to mention that Kenny Penchee, he was qualified for Nats from Ottawa.
Yeah.
So he made top 16 in regionals.
All 3 of us.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Well, he
all
didn't
three?
make.
Well, I
top
didn't make
he made
it.
top 32.
You-
Top 32, all 3 of us.
I was like
Yeah.
27th-ish.
Yeah.
It should have been like top 32 in every regional, but like
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand
That would've
why.
been insane, bro.
Why Bana was like, just
Yeah.
top 16.
And there was
Yeah.
only 5 regionals, last chance qualifiers.
No, there was only 4 regionals and
And
then
the
the
last
last
Yeah, in
chance
North
was
America,
there.
which is pretty
Yeah.
fucked.
And the LCQ, they cut off 2 days before. I was in Vegas, but I couldn't get in because I got removed from the wait list like 2 days before, and they don't take on-site registration, which is sucks because a lot of people bought tickets and you cannot even go in. But anyway, we're gonna keep that for another story.
I guess for the Nats meta, as he was talking,
Yeah.
there was a lot of white red. The O was, I think it was too experimental.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think people haven't found a good O list. Like the O itself is a crazy like Gundam card. My goodness. That card, if it's stable and you play it, it like wins you the game. But the issue is getting there and finding the good base around it. There's still like talks about Jupiterus or if it's blocker package
Yeah,
or
exactly.
So
I
pretty
think
much white carries the deck.
Yes. Yeah, that's
right now, white carries the deck because it didn't find like a good ratio of
Yes.
repairs
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's pretty
blockers,
much it.
right? And the difficulty I'm having with DO right now is because once you reach DO, you have to have established repair bodies.
Yes.
Right? Against a blue-purple deck or against like a wing deck, they know that your repair units are really important. So the #1 thing they do is just going straight for those repair units. And by the time you reach the O, you're like, what do I have left for repair?
Yeah.
I have my Gundam Amro. Sick.
Yeah, and especially if you drop Masala turn 6,
Yeah.
and they just go L Strike, Kira, bounce, Chow Bai, and that's
But
so
if you
sad.
don't link anything under it too, gets bounced. Or if they just go Gundam Amro, use Rezel, swing at it.
Yeah.
Gone.
yeah.
So I think that's the difficulty for DO. For our spicy list, little leak. I'm thinking GDO1 Gundam with a lot of Earth Federation cards, and then it gives repair 1 to everything, right?
Yeah.
So you can go like a bit aggressive, and then your late game would be like DO. You wouldn't be using DO to trade bodies. You would more use DO to push for aggression.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. So it'd be like almost like a armor array on every one of your
Exactly.
small
You're
guys.
getting it. You're getting
Yeah.
it. So it's like it's not necessarily running like Titans units. It's more running Earth Federation units and using that GDO1 Gundam to like
Give everything.
give
repair.
everything repair, right? Buy them while you can.
Yeah.
I say that buy them while you can. You might not have the opportunity anymore. Everyone's buying GDO1 cards are going really up right now.
Yeah, it's out of print.
Out of print, right?
Yeah. So someone finished all of Judo 1 in Montreal.
Hey, the boxes were on sale, so I bought them. You know,
a good deal, man.
It was a good deal.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess
So-
in the meta for Nats as well.
Yeah.
Was there anything you know?
Yeah, so I knew blue purple was going to be good going into it. Like usually for tournaments, especially so close to a meta shift, the aggressive decks will do well.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? GDO3 came out, what, 2 weeks before Nuts? Yeah. So, and people were testing slightly, like, before that, but honestly, like, what, 3 weeks of testing? Aggro decks are just so really good there. So that's why you saw so many blue-purple there. Worlds will be very interesting.
Yeah.
Because as much as people joke it's a tier 0 format with blue-purple, I definitely think it has some weaknesses that are very exploitable. And I'm wondering if people at Worlds are going to show up with those decks made to prey on blue-purple, or if they just think blue-purple is the best deck. So,
Also, it depends as well because now it's best of 3.
Yes.
Side
Yes.
decking.
Yeah.
And that changes a lot versus what we saw in Nuts.
Yes.
In Nuts, a lot of the times, some players are very skillful, right? They show a lot of skills, they know what they're doing, right? But then they just break that one game.
Yeah.
But then breaking that one game early costed them their bubble, like their top 16.
Yeah.
Right? So very different in Worlds. And I think you explained to us it was Swiss round for the day 1. And then day 2 was
single elim, but you best of 3 with no sideboard. So yeah, day 2 was best of 3, no sideboard.
I guess because you see like their list.
Yeah, so it's open. It was open deck list, no sideboard, and person who chooses first was the higher seed based on day 1.
Oh, that's
Wow.
insane.
That's
Yo,
pretty
so
messed up.
Doing well on day 1 actually gives so much.
Well, yeah, that's the advantage,
insane.
right?
Yeah.
It'll be the same thing for Worlds. If you guys look into the format right now, it's going to be Swiss day 1, top cut of 8 people. And then day 2, the turns will be decided. It'll be again. These are all best of 3 with sideboard for Worlds, and it'll be top 8 with turn order chosen by the higher seed. So day 1 is very important.
Turn
Yeah.
order. It's not even dice roll.
No.
Like dice roll, you're
Yeah.
just gambling, right?
Yeah.
This is straight up like.
You fight
if
for your
if
spot.
you get X2 and you made it like the squeezy, you're cooked the entire round. You're like the underdog the entire time.
I was lucky that I came 8th for day 1 at Nats.
Oh,
So
nice.
I got to go first in every one of my games.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
I got to pick, and going blue purple against blue purple. It was really nice to be able
I
to
guess
choose to
it's
go first.
just go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I don't know if that's great. Like it does give an advantage for those that seeds well,
Yeah.
but because of how much luck factor there was in day 1, honestly,
I agree and I disagree because at the same time, the guy in first kind of needs an advantage. Like the person who comes first should have an advantage going into day 2, because it feels really bad that you make day 1, you exo day 1, and then there's nothing different between first and 16th,
that
right?
makes sense,
So
yeah.
it's like
I think like for Digimon Top Cut like last year, from what I've heard, what they were doing was the number 1 seed gets to pick who he faces.
oh, that's interesting.
That was pretty
Is that
interesting.
in America? Or?
In America. So he just
Yeah.
goes, it's best of 3 still. He just goes, he sees everyone's list, and he's like, I'm picking you first.
Yeah. For Japan, they use dice roll.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Yeah, there you go.
you're gonna be doing dice roll, I believe. For,
Nice.
Well, for day 2, he said he was choosing order, right?
yeah, but that's in America, I believe. If you're in
Not
World,
Worlds?
maybe it might be different.
I'd
I
have
don't
to
know.
double check the
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
But I remember
yeah.
seeing in Japan when I was watching their stream, because it was at the same time when you guys were doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They were doing dice roll to decide who to go first
Okay.
and second. So
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
I lost all my dice rolls today.
Oh.
Every
Today
game.
also. I never went first today.
So like honestly, if being seated first like, and being able to choose, yeah, I get the reward part. But I don't know if about picking first because like in Gundam, going first and second affects the game
Yes.
so much.
Yes, it does.
To be
Versus,
honest,
like-
I think going first is the best option no matter what, because that one extra card actually helps you when you play, right?
It's not really an extra card because we both draw one, but
Yeah.
it would be the extra card earlier, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're just
Yeah.
getting what card earlier than your
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess like the EX resource, you're not that scared of using it earlier now.
Well, for
Depends on
EX resource, I think depending on how the meta shifts, like right now, I would agree going first is by far the best.
Yeah.
But if all of a sudden like level 2 1 cost or level 3 2 costs units become more and more powerful, and
Yeah.
you want to play them on turn 2 or turn 1,
Yeah.
then going second might become better. Depends on again the curves and stuff, but yeah.
It's more like if you have an answer against my answer,
Yes.
you're good. If you don't, you're screwed.
Yeah.
That's why most players, when I see them going second, they will try to rip out, for example, mirror match, right? They will go Gundam Amaro, and if you have no answer to Gundam Amaro, you're like far behind in the mirror
Yeah.
match. Unless you can answer to that answer.
No, agreed.
Okay, I guess we can start with meta list.
Yeah.
exactly.
So, what do we all think is tier 0-0? Like top of the dog.
I think right now the deck to beat is blue purple. It has proven results. It's done very well, like on new type challenges across like the country and abroad as well.
Even in the east,
Yeah.
east side as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
it's all blue purple.
Yeah.
Like if you also saw the list for Japan, I think top 16, more than half was blue purple
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, so it's like the top dog to beat.
Yes,
now.
it's
Yes.
one of the most consistent decks. It's aggressive. It can high roll you, and usually pretty difficult to brick with blue purple.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is the best deck.
Do you think there's a second tier 0, or that's the tier 0, and then everything else is like tier 0.5 or 1?
I think in a neutral, like if you're in a vacuum, blue purple would be tier 0, and then everything else slightly below it. However, with tech options, I think there are things that could be bumped up, assuming you're only facing blue purple. Unfortunately, you do lose percentages in other matchups by teching into blue purple heavily, but it's a necessary evil, I think, in this meta.
Yeah.
It
I
is.
think I agree with you. Like, honestly, Wing has so many like tech options,
Yeah.
right? They can, now that Dynamis is found out, like a lot of people are running
Yeah.
Dynamis in their wing deck. Honestly, it is now an extra option for them to go into blue purple, and if they're not facing blue purple, they just remove
it
the
out.
sword strike package, switch the package into what's more favorable for them, right? So with that knowledge, right, would you guys consider that it would be tier 0 alongside with blue purple, or would it be 0.5?
I think in a meta with sideboards allowed,
Mhm.
I think Wing might be, I wouldn't say tier 0, I'd say they're both tier 1
Yeah.
with a sideboard.
Yeah.
Without sideboard, I think blue purple is tier 0, just
Okay.
because it's, again, aggressive decks and best of ones are just you high roll or you
Yep.
die,
Okay.
right? So, yes, I think that's basically it. I think Wing and blue purple would both be tier 1 with sideboard.
Okay. Any other decks we're thinking about that would be in that level?
Well, people are still trying DO.
Yes.
Yeah.
People are still
Honestly,
trying DO.
if somebody finds a cook with DO and doesn't reveal it into world, it could be scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think for the past 3 weeks since like I printed proxies, like we all tested together.
Yeah.
Like Dio is so strong, but if you play against blue perp and they hit like on curve everything,
Yeah.
you lost.
You just die too
Yeah,
quickly,
yeah,
yeah.
They go 2 weenies into
Yeah.
adapt. If you have a Zord, they adapt Mika, and after that
Or
they
two
go Fiddle
adapt, which
Strike.
is even worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
two adapt, and after that they go Fiddle Strike, and next turn they go Gundam Amuro.
And then
game.
you just lose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you lost. So that's something that we need to kind of find a way to counter it.
Yeah.
And like for me, the luck sack factor will be like
think-
red.
Yeah, so I
Right.
think there's a difference between like Japan and NA. Like,
Japan plays more conservative.
they play
Yes.
much more conservative. So,
so
they
it's
build.
different.
So right now they realize that the most stable deck is blue purple. So everyone is playing blue purple.
Yeah.
Right. For us, like for our Nats, right, we had a lot of good players that wouldn't want to be on the blue purple side because it's too. You kind of everyone knows what you're playing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know your list. It's pretty standardized. Let's play a list that the other guy doesn't know what we're playing, and kind of gain the advantage from that because it's best of
Yeah.
one.
Like today.
Yeah.
So right now we're like in
After
Ottawa,
NTC, yeah.
and NTC. This is like the part 2, and the number 1 he just came in out of nowhere with the
Keep it
unicorn.
Keep it as price. No.
Okay, I can cut it.
You look
Okay,
it's
wait,
fine.
I'll just cut it. Okay.
Just leave it.
No, it's good. It's good.
good,
it's good,
If
it's
you
good.
watch the other video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
They'll
So-
watch it.
So it's actually very, very spicy, and they catch people off guard.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, what you guys are thinking about.
Honestly, I think the player himself was just really good at reading the room. Like he was really good at reading what he was facing, and the favorable traits was just kept pushing towards him, right? Because the other guy was like, "What am I playing?"
Yeah.
Right? When you're in that position, you don't know what you're doing. Making decisions is much harder, and
Yeah.
then that's why misplays happen more often, right?
Yeah.
Versus like so when nowadays everyone's facing Bripple, they kind of know the matchup, right? So they kind of know what they should be doing.
Yeah.
Why they shouldn't use sword shot to swing a Gundam instead of swinging at another weenie boss, another weenie, right? Like it's they're starting to learn.
Yeah.
right?
So what do you think that the other potential top
Tier one.
tiers?
So, okay. A huge.
This is dying.
No worries.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Your camera's good.
Yeah, camera's good.
Oh, he just wants to...
Yeah.
So a huge meta read could be going blue-red and trying to just luck sack your way into top 8 and then winning the tournament. Because again, Worlds is 6 rounds. 6 rounds, not a lot of rounds.
Yeah.
And with a sideboard, there are a lot of different techs that you could do. It's very difficult to say. I still think there will be blue-purple. like players will be playing what they're comfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you want to bring what you know, and people have been testing blue purple ad nauseum and trying to find a way to beat it. So that means people are testing against it and with it.
Yeah.
And I think some players will say no, blue purple is just the best, and even if somebody brings in the hard counter to blue purple, I'll still be able like 50-50 matchup.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's something you just mentioned. It's a question I wanted to ask you. Is that if let's say a pool of people and there's like let's say 50% of the deck or blue purple, so is it still a 50? Do you consider it still a 50-50, or you consider like advantage or like skill base or like everything like that?
Yeah, so I actually like playing mirrors a lot. I don't like because when you play mirrors, it's a lot more about how well do you know your deck and what the important facet of your deck is. So, for example, like a wing deck, if I played wing right now, I'd probably be worse at playing wing than all three because I don't play control decks.
Nah,
I like
not him.
no, but that's the thing. I like playing aggressive decks because one of the hardest part to know is it's kind of like so I played a lot of Magic the Gathering growing up, and a very interesting concept is who's the beatdown. I don't know if any of you are familiar with this article.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
am, actually.
So mirrors are all about that concept. It's about who is the aggressor and who is the control player,
Yeah.
right? And the deck with the tech choices can be veered towards one way or the other, but it will change depending on the gameplay.
Yeah.
If you don't see your early one drops, all of a sudden you're the control deck and you're trying to stop them from getting value. Same thing with the other way. So I don't mind playing the mirror, and I think a lot of other blue purple players will agree with that. They don't mind doing that, and I don't think there's a deck where it's unbeatable.
Every deck's beatable.
Yeah.
It's just that you have to be lucky in what you draw. Pretty much.
Exactly.
Or like you know what you're doing as
No,
well.
exactly, right? Like knowing what your win condition is in every matchup is super important.
Yeah.
Like today, I saw a couple of games where the blue purple player could have won the game if instead of going for board, they just went for life instead, right? Or the reverse too. Some of them would go for life, but because they didn't kill a super important like Dynamis on the board, they ended up losing the resource war in like a couple of turns.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
Honestly, go for it.
Go ahead.
Okay. Honestly, what's interesting as well as you mentioned, like for the mirror, who's being the beatdown and who's being the aggressor. When you have side deck, it changes a lot.
100%.
Like
does.
you can do like, let's say like if you're the aggressor, you can go like 10 weenies, 4 gun tanks. Like you're just playing cards that are pushing, right?
Yeah.
Versus like if you're playing defense, wow, am I running purple blockers now? Am I running different cards to kind of mitigate and be like more on the defensive side?
Yeah.
So that makes it really like a new dimension to Gundam.
100%.
And honestly, I wish this is the path we go after, like not just like for worlds and nationals, right? I really wish this game has this best of 3 inside it. It gives so much more complexity to the
Yeah, I agree. You said it perfectly. Depth and complexity get exponentially more difficult with a sideboard. You might pre-sideboard against, like for example, for Worlds, I think people will come with their decks pre-sideboarded for blue purple.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But you're playing wing, you put in the sword strikes, you put in the dynamis game 1, and then if you're not playing blue purple, you can remove them after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
I
like
think
the
my
most
main
flexible deck with
Exactly.
the best side deck.
It has so much tools, man.
Yeah.
First, it has like almost everything except suppression.
Yes.
Yeah.
No?
I think there's one thing that we spoke about, like I think like a couple of days ago or like a week ago, that like the show resolve and fatal strike, like 2 versus 3 versus 4 fatal strike, and after that playing no show or playing show in blue perp. So I want you guys to
The blue
more
pole.
like
Okay.
Purple in the middle.
Yeah, actually, I want to hear
guys.
your thoughts on this too.
Okay, so my opinion. So like in my blue purple.
Yeah.
I'm not playing show.
Okay.
Because the problem with that is that like
It's a break.
it's pretty much like once you're like playing, once you draw it, you have it, right?
Yeah.
It's you're either winning or you're already losing
Yeah.
at that point, right?
Yeah.
But I can see some people keeping it just because I guess mirror match, you want to grind it out and
Yeah.
the person that has the most hands wins. That's like one of the difference. Because if you were to play NT1, like 2 copies of that, it's kind of like a show because you draw if you kill. a
Hopefully,
card.
that's
yeah,
the plan.
that's what the Japanese players are saying. Because they're saying that they rather play NT1 because they rather have a body
And yeah.
than something that like lets you draw because you're gonna be far behind
Yeah.
by winning or losing. Or they would still play it because they're afraid of like facing a lot of mirror matches.
So I agree with that. Show is a very clunky card. So I currently play 2 in my list.
Yeah.
And I agree with every single point you made. Like
Yeah.
it's terrible early game. You don't want to see it in your hand.
pretty much that.
Right? I'd rather see the body. Like I'm also playing 2 NT1s, and
Yeah.
the amount of times I look at a show resolve in my hand and I wish it was a Corsica base instead, because it gives me a body and the card,
Yeah,
right?
exactly that.
Right? Is almost like infinite. But at the same time, you do still want the card draw at some point. Like
Yes.
a lot of times, show will be the last card in my hand. I play the show, and then all of a sudden I have 2 more bodies that are threatening lethal the next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I do see in the sideboard siding them out. Like
Yeah,
completely.
it makes sense.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
If you would side it out, would you consider like something like a white base to be more on the defensive side and being able to put bodies every turn without wasting your hand?
So a spicy sideboard tech I was looking into was the blue base that rests the unit.
Oh, the Nahel.
Yeah, Nahel.
Yeah.
right?
Nahel Aragama. That card's good. Like it's actually not bad.
Steals games.
It does. But like that's the thing, right? It'd be good in burst. It'd be good against in the mirror as well. Like I think in the mirror you want that if you're controlling.
Yeah.
More than you want show resolve.
Makes
So it's an interesting tech I was looking into. Because it also draws you a card. Like that's the thing. Bases
Yeah.
in blue purple effectively draw you a card because if at any point you're like down on life, you're basically losing that game regardless.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Looking into more NT1s, maybe even Gujin rebates. That doesn't draw you a card, but acts as a blocker. So
yeah. And if you pair it with a pilot, it doesn't
Yeah.
get tapped by Amuro.
Yeah.
Right?
To be honest, you have the
just
perfect
need a-
ratio because in Japan right now,
Yeah.
they're playing either 1 or 2 NT1s,
Yeah.
and they would play 1 or 2
I think that's
Gujins,
my
and they
build
would like
for
side it
Japan.
out,
Yeah.
or
that makes
depending on the
sense.
matchup.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like you actually have the perfect ratio. When I saw your
Honestly,
list,
Yeah. Honestly, Japan,
Yeah.
being able to do side deck best of 3
yeah,
has so much advantage to NA.
Yeah. At the
Like,
same
they get
time.
a taste of it
Yeah.
with all top
Yeah.
players, right? Like for you have to taste like to test with good players. You
Yeah.
have to test with players that knows what they're
Mhm.
doing. Like for them, being able to already test it beforehand. is kinda
But we
crazy.
did see the results, right? We saw that blue purple was first, second,
Yeah.
and fourth,
Yeah.
right?
It gives a
and
Yeah.
in top 8 it was like 6 or 5 out of 8.
Yeah,
Oh my
right?
god.
And like the sideboards were really interesting. The person in first, their sideboard was kind of all over the place. I don't know if I like that. They're teched for a lot of different matchups, and I think for Worlds you can't do that.
Yeah.
There's a 16 players. You're going to
Yeah.
see 3 people every day, right? So
Yeah.
it's like you have to tech for your worst matchup, I think, and probably the mirror if you're playing blue purple.
Yeah.
yeah,
But going back to like the tier list, I think playing wing is a very solid choice.
Yeah.
yeah.
If I had more time, I might still do it, but we'll see.
You have 2 weeks.
I
2
do,
weeks,
but
2
I
weeks.
don't know if we'll see. With all the different sideboard options, it's like we said before, Wing has so many options.
Yeah.
But that's not just true of Wing. That's true of basically every blocker deck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every blocker deck can basically either remove the entire blocker package if it's unnecessary, like or even add more, like with Zoward, Sword Strikes, and Kira's.
Yeah.
Right. So
What's cool about the white part as well? They actually have aggression if you think about it. They have a lot of weenies. They have a lot of early game, like sword strike, early push, bouncing and unit. That's a momentum shift.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
You are able to either take 2 bodies per turn, or push for life, take a body out for free. Right? And being white, the units are beefier.
yes.
Yeah.
They're not like blue and purple where like it's a bit weaker, right? These units are actually massive. Like this blue-white momentum shift we had in GDO1 could come back.
Yeah. So speaking of blue, actually,
Yeah.
some of the interesting blue options are Christina and the other NT1 Gundam.
Oh, I know which one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Gundam is actually crazy with
The
Christina.
2-3.
Yes,
Yeah.
the 2/3 that links for free on turn 2 that breaks a base, and then when it dies, arrests the unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the mirror, that card's actually cracked because
Yeah.
it's a 3/4, right?
Yes.
It's a 3/4, so 4 damage is basically infinite in the mirror.
Yeah.
You can't ping that very easily, and you have to basically swing either a link or a unit with a pilot to kill it.
Or Rizal.
Yeah, Brazil too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The breaking point is anything above 3 HP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you can always do 2 damage in, but like getting a turn 1 is pretty hard.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's one thing that I was thinking about: gun cannon.
Yeah,
What,
yeah, yeah.
what do you think about gun cannon?
I tested the gun cannon. Gun cannon's very good. issue is it's kind of similar to Show of Resolve, where when it's good, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
But when it's bad, it's you want to tear it up. Like you just want
So
to tear
pretty
the
much
card
it's
up.
good for early game.
Yes.
Early game
It-
only.
it's like a switch strike.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
Honestly, it's also a clutch link pair.
Yeah,
You never
yeah,
know.
yeah.
'Cause,
You
like,
have the armor off Link or off
Exactly.
Burst, and then you can
Like you have to like wait one extra turn because what gun cannon's level 3.
Yeah.
So you have to wait one more.
one extra
turn.
turn, but late game, right?
No, that's
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, late game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Late game, it could be that extra clutch factor, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, in blue purple list, because you keep pairs with like 4 first form, 4 adapt,
yeah.
like that's like 8 cards they compare to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, right now the current list of purple, there's only 4 Gundams and 1 NT1.
Yeah,
2
one or
blue,
two NT1s.
depending.
Yeah.
Depending on player preference.
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
so it could be like a nice option to go for game.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, make your armor, but armor is so good regardless. Like, you don't need
That's
to
kind
make
of
that
game.
card, right?
And
Like,
everyone's already making a video of like this card should be bad,
Yeah.
or like is there a
Errata.
way to turn around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, if it does get errata to when linked, then gun cannon actually rises in
Yeah,
stock.
rises in
Yes,
stock.
I would actually see that.
Yeah, but until then, we'll see.
So,
Yeah.
so far, tier 0 we're still talking is blue purple.
Yeah.
Tier 1 we talked it was wing 0. Potential is
Red, white.
purple-
Red, white.
red, white.
So
yeah.
red blues if you're feeling super spicy and like you want like Banshee up or
You're not wrong.
right? Like if you want like actually like take people by surprise, blue purple is probably going to be surprising, and also like you'll win games off your burst. Like improved technique, battle of aces, close combat off of burst. I have nightmares of like swinging into it and then like swinging a Rezel and then flipping a improved technique. You just
That's why I saw one of your gameplay in Nats where you were actually smart, where you actually gave your Mika to like one of your
Yeah,
1/1
yeah, yeah.
token
Yeah.
because you fear that he might actually trigger a
Fail
fail
strike,
strike for
yeah.
a pick
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that was actually a smart. I was like,
Oh
people
my
in the
God.
video were like roasting you, and I was like, "The fuck are you talking about? When
Yeah.
he actually gets a fail to pay?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
I was
that actually
hoping.
changed.
I wish there was a fail just so I could like
You can
how
show
they-
them.
And you can be
yeah.
like,
you
in
see,
your
I
face.
called
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be a fail.
yeah, we can bring it back. Like,
No, but
Can we put Fatal here just for the video?
yeah, just for the video, like just for the stream, put a fail there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I think white red is the better deck. I think blue red is funnier slash
Yeah.
catch people by surprise.
Honestly, I think blue red is also pretty flexible because blue red early days it was pretty aggressive.
Yes.
Like the version Eggman started with.
Yeah.
Like that was an aggressive paying for advantage deck,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Orlando build as well. It was
Yeah.
also aggressive person for advantage. So you can kind of see that. Well, if they're playing into wing, they can be like the aggressor.
Yeah.
And if they're playing against blue purple, they can kind of be the
100%.
defender against
Yeah.
beatdown,
Yeah.
right? So I think red blue does have.
I don't want to call it tier 1. I'm comfortable calling that tier 2, but playable. But I think
Yeah.
white red is the deck we should explore a little bit more
Okay.
because
Yeah.
that deck with a sideboard can go in any direction.
I'm ready for you
Like-
Sunday.
Yep.
I'm ready for you Sunday,
It's
homie.
actually a crazy deck. It plays all the best white cards and all the best red cards, right? So it's
Yeah.
like,
It's all about luck though. Like whenever I see people telling me to play like white red, I tell them I don't play it because you have to be really lucky on your burst on that. Right?
Yeah.
If not,
you say really lucky, but okay, the burst is what? You have 6 cards in your shield.
they play like minimum 10 commands with burst.
Yeah, okay,
Which is like
10
4
com-
improve, 4
Yeah.
close.
So you have 10 commands of improve. You have
Plus
10 pilots.
some bases.
yeah, 4 bases at least, and then
Yeah.
10 more pilots. That's half your deck being burst. So you're expected
Yeah.
to see 3 of your 6 being burst.
Yeah.
So that I agree, you have to be
50%.
lucky, but you know it's a coin flip, right?
It's-
like-
It's exactly that.
Honestly, at least in Gundam, that factor of luck where like it's burst, like half your deck is burst, right?
Yeah.
In One Piece, like you cannot do anything about triggers.
yeah.
It just goes. You cannot really play around it. It just happens,
Yeah.
right? And here you can be like, well, I'm 4 HP. If he gets improved technique, I live.
Yeah,
Or
for
in
now.
close combat for now.
Yeah.
So far, not yet. Well, we don't know what's gonna happen.
When
in future yet.
GD, wait till GDO 6
GDO
and then my
5,
deck.
GDO 5.
No,
It's always 5.
We're gonna put a little bit more, you know. A little bit
gonna
like,
swap the shield with a card in your hand.
yeah, or
Oh
it's
my
gonna be
God.
50 cards, 50 burst in
Yeah.
the cards, you know.
Insane.
Well, I mean, what they already started putting burst on units, right?
Yeah,
G-Fred.
Chief
Yeah.
Camphor.
Yeah. So
There's
just
two-
a moment
there's
of
two-
time.
so
Yeah.
Just to Sahar.
But
Yeah.
I do agree, it's a cool design space.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So which? Go ahead.
It's more like it's kind of rough playing it now because you have a bunch of green white players playing Dynamis. So you have to sacrifice at least 2 to 3 cards minimum to
Yeah.
kill that because 6 HP is pretty huge.
Yeah.
If they
get
draw the
one
link
card,
pair,
like-
if they're the one, like
Yeah.
I'm not the one. I play
Yeah.
Dynamis. I'm unable to. draw one
I've
card.
seen a lot of people starting playing Dynamis because they want to get rid of like early aggression against blue
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So
Dynamis is the one of the best cards. Oh, so another tier 1 deck
Oh,
that
okay.
might be there. Blue-green. It's slightly worse than blue-purple, so I don't know why you would play it. But
Dynamist
here-
Rush, right?
No, but here's the thing.
You wanna
here's
be
the thing.
different.
No, but that's the thing. It's not really different. Is the issue? The issue with blue-green, and the reason I might even call it tier 2 over blue-purple, is that it's an aggressive deck. So you either have aggressive decks or control decks. Most of the time, we have tempo decks, and I guess blue-purple is kind of a tempo deck.
Yeah.
But blue-green is just like, I don't want to say strictly worse version of blue-purple, but it kind of is. It's trying to kill you fast.
Yeah.
But it's not as consistent. It doesn't deal with units as well, and it also has worse matchups into the top tiers.
Yeah, they're relying on the breach from what I
Yes.
saw because they're playing the level 5 Dynamis
Yeah.
and Rictum,
Yeah.
I guess. It's slower than the 1 year war because you have high maneuver and then you have bodies that comes
Yeah.
over to replace, right?
Then also your bodies cost more than the 1 year war.
Yes.
All your
Yeah.
bodies in 1 year war were mostly like 2-1, 2-1,
Yes.
2-1, 2-1, sometimes 3, which is just Gundam Amuro. But overall, it's just mostly 2-1s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 year war is the deck that brought me to Nats, right? I played 1
It
year
is
war.
the best deck. It's
It
either you
is.
play that or green white.
Yeah, that's the thing.
At the time,
yeah. So.
Same situation as right now, blue perp or green white.
But that's basically it.
Blue Purple is still better.
Yeah.
Like, again, that's just, I think, the meta as a whole is you either try to kill your opponent as fast as possible, or you try to survive until the best late game.
Yeah.
And the way of doing that right now is wing or green white with a package of some sort to get you there, or blue purple or blue green, or even I guess like you said, the aggressive blue red. Those are all in the aggro decks, but again, I think blue purple kind of cannibalizes all of those.
Yeah.
So we can just go back a little bit because the audience might not know, we know, but like which red package with the white, because there's so many options.
Yeah.
Like, there's like Providence, there's
Yeah.
G-Quox,
Yeah.
G-Fred,
Yeah.
like all those.
So there's two versions you either play. You play the Justice one with Senanju only, because you play everything on curve, or you play the Providence one, where you actually go aggro and ping like crazy. So like players has a preference between either playing the Senanju version because it's a level 6, while the Providence you either have the choice of playing Justice or Providence because it's level 7. So like it all depends on players' preference.
The spicy list.
Yeah,
The spicy list. It's
Yeah.
coming. It's coming.
That's the thing, right? Like I tested against a lot of these, and the issue is, oh my god, there's so much to test against. It's like you said, there's all those, and then there's other players who just are like they'll make their own package up of like G-Fred, G-Quox, like
Yeah.
any red card that like pings a unit can find a way in there, right?
Yeah.
Senanju, like you said, but yeah, so.
Yeah, it's so hard because like last week, the one that you didn't come, and the guy had G-Quox, Senanju, and he dropped Justice. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like
I think
he pinged
that's
3,
red
pinged
light.
2,
I
close
think I
combat
saw that
database.
Nats too. Like
Yeah.
it was in the top cut. Two
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah,
made
he
it.
was I think top 6.
No, there was-
top 8.
The first player after Swiss and the 16th player after Swiss were both on white-red.
Yeah, the one that made it to like the top 4-ish was playing the Providence.
Yeah,
Providence,
and that was the
yeah.
guy who ended first in Swiss.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Wait, he got insane. That blue purple player missed that play.
Yeah, it
And
happens.
Honestly, we all knew game was there and we just missed it.
Okay, here's the thing. On stream with
It's
the camera,
pressure.
it's a little pressure. Like I choked game 2 in the finals, so
Yeah.
like we don't talk about that. But yeah, it happens, right? So
happens,
it's like
yeah.
I
That's
felt-
why you take your time, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, just don't rush it.
That's why at least we're getting the contents out, getting you on stream.
Oh, yeah,
right?
get
that way-
comfortable in front
get
of the camera.
comfortable in front of cameras,
Yeah.
right? We're getting ready Sunday. Watch, watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, so white red, I think is I think there will be at least one player on white red. Not just that it's a good deck. The units are cooler. Honestly, like if I was gonna play my favorite units, I'd be playing white red.
Yeah.
Right? Like Seed is just I think one of the best Gundam series.
Yeah.
So hot take, but
Hot take.
I mean, they're making a new start deck.
yeah, they are. I can't wait. STO
Oh my
line. Oh my
gosh,
goodness, I'm
giant
hyped.
killing.
Yeah.
I'm so
Oh,
excited.
this
They're
combos
adding
I'm seeing.
purple seed.
I'm so excited. I'm so
It's gonna be
excited.
amazing.
But yeah, so like that's the thing. So a lot of people do have those preferences when bringing decks, especially to Worlds. You already made Worlds. There's not much left to prove, right? Like, sure, being best in the world is what you're aiming for, and everybody there will be doing that. But at the same time, it's nice to show a little bit self-expression, right? And
Yeah.
bring what you like.
And also, like, that's a cool thing about Gundam, right? You can change your list, and there's not necessarily a package you have to follow.
Yes.
One Piece, you play your leader. I'm sorry, man. You have to play every card that the leader needs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
It's real
yeah, you can
bad.
have that 1 or 2 tech choices,
Yeah.
but it's not necessarily like game breaking, right?
Yeah.
It's just like really a tech choice. right?
Yeah.
Here, white red, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna prefer some lists.
Yeah.
And that's the opportunity for them to express
Well,
themselves.
that's true of every list, right?
Yeah.
Like everything in Gundam right now, there is no optimized 50. I don't think yet.
Yeah.
Like even for blue purple and like for wing especially, my god, there aren't optimized lists yet, or in terms of optimized for everything in the field, right?
They try as much as they can.
Exactly.
Exactly. But obviously, right now, because there's no side decking, they're kind of predicting the meta
Yeah.
and trying to like adjust based on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So far we have tier 0 PP,
Yeah.
Yeah.
tier 1 green white, red white. Red white we talked about mostly the seed package. It's either adjusted with Nanju or Providence with like Azaf package. And then we said blue green.
Yes.
Blue green's like tier 1.5.
One and a
in
half.
between
Okay,
the
so
two.
tier 1.5
Yeah.
we'll have like a flame.
If you're able to link every single one of your units like
Oh.
on curve, or if you're just
You're
able,
winning already.
No, but like okay. I think blue green's unbeatable in that case.
Yes.
Like I think it will beat every other deck if it like sees everything it needs on time. Like it's actually crazy how much breach changes matchups.
Yeah.
Because breach allows you to both go forward and
Yeah.
kill
The 2-for-1.
Yeah, basically. So you go up on the aggression and you're controlling the board.
Yeah.
Lock On is a very good Gundam card as well as the Dynamis. So
Honestly, it's basically a mini wing.
yes,
And we know how strong
100%.
wing is.
Yeah.
Like wing by itself is so much pressure against those big HP units. It just swings and breach a damage. You know?
I saw some blue-green lists shy away from like the char package and start putting in the
Yeah,
wing
yeah,
package.
wing
yeah.
package.
And
yeah.
it's like going like full breach with Shenlongs, wings, and Ultrons,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
It's like
yeah, that's crazy.
I tested one of these. It was kind of spicy and it was super good into everything that wasn't blue purple. But the issue is blue purple was a little
always
bit
gonna be blue
too
purple.
aggressive, a little
Yeah.
too aggressive,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
There was one more deck I'm forgetting. Dio.
Yes.
Dio
Yeah,
was
Dio.
we consider tier 1?
I would say yes.
We put it in
if-
a 1.5 with
I would
the.
say 1.5.
I would say 1.5 too. It's still too experimental.
Yeah.
There's 2 weeks left, right? Unless you've been experimenting like starting knots.
Well, people have been trying it since
Yeah.
not, so I think there will be one O player.
Okay.
But that's the crazy part. There's no DO
No.
in the top 16. That was the.
It
Well,
went
again-
so bad against purple.
Again, I think that's the thing, right? The Nats was like 2 weeks after GDO3 came out, and
Yeah.
I don't think anybody was really on like, oh, the O is really good, until the set came out. Like when people started playing with the O, they were like, wait a second, this is a messed up effect. Like
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, obviously you have to be able to preserve your bodies,
Yeah.
right? But then if you try to preserve your bodies, that's where Blippo just goes for
Yeah.
your face.
You're losing so much shield by turn, like let's say, turn
6.
4.
yeah,
Six
turn,
ends, you're dead.
turn 6 are basically dead if they hit Amuro Link on
Yeah,
your
Like you
blocker,
don't even
right?
get DO ready for
Yeah.
turn 7.
That's the issue. Is that there's currently no good way of getting up to turn 7 without dying, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
even with all the blockers in the world, blue purple gets to 1-for-1 you, and one of the big differences between the GDO2 meta and the GDO3 meta is the existence of adapt gives the additional reach that blue purple needs to make all your 2-for-1s
Yeah.
become 1-for-1s.
Yeah.
And then now green white, like Lifrith used to be such a crazy card. It still is. I think it's still the best blocker.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it used to almost guaranteed 2-for-1 every time. Like you would get 2 cards from your opponent to deal with this 1 card.
Yeah.
Now effectively a 1-for-1's a 2-2 because they adapt Mika and then you're like,
Yeah.
okay, well
Yeah.
my Lifrith's dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
So
Okay, so we have our kind of like our tier list for the current format.
yeah.
Right? I want to talk more about the world, right? Because right now there's Oceania, there's Euro.
Do you want me to get you the list of the people going?
Oh no!
Oh,
let's just
shit.
let's just
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you want to do it? That's crazy.
Well, I
I wasn't
can-
gonna reach to that. I was just gonna talk about like
I can
the
tell you
meta in general.
I can tell you like who's going from which area.
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
So
that's
like
crazy.
how what the numbers are. So there's 16 of us.
Is it leakable or like did Bandai say anything that you can't leak it or?
Well, we know the invites, right? So it's like
Okay.
So it's pretty much a group chat.
it's pretty
for
much
now.
a group
Yeah,
chat.
it's
a
Okay,
group chat
That
for
works.
now.
That works.
Yeah,
Just
so-
making sure before like.
No,
we reach
100%,
back.
100%, true. It's 16 people, right? We know the 16 people, and so it's the 3 from North America. All 3 of us were on blue purple, right?
Not
Like,
surprised.
like all 3 of us. It's the 4 from Japan,
Yeah.
right? So top 4 in Japan. That's also another 3 blue purple players and a
Yep.
blue green player.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So that's 7 aggressive decks. 5 from Asia. They didn't specify where exactly, and I don't know if we saw the results from that yet.
I don't
From what
know
I've
either.
seen, I'm not actually sure.
I think
but believe
Malaysia or
it's blue
something. I
purple
forgot
also.
where.
Yeah. Oh no, we don't know that because some of these, for example, the two from Europe,
Yeah.
qualified before GDO3 came
Yeah,
out.
before
Oh yeah,
GDO
sure, because it
came
was played during GDO2.
Yes.
GDO2,
Yeah,
right?
So
And,
out. And what did they play again? I don't remember.
1 year war versus
Blue, white,
blue
FPL.
white, and I think blue white.
White
won.
won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Epion
amazing.
Yeah, and same thing with Oceania, right?
Yeah.
Oceania was GDO2 meta, and Latam, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Who won in? Sorry, who won in Oceania again? I don't remember. Do you remember the decklist?
I don't remember.
I think we didn't have access to that one. I know that
I can check
Latam they
quickly.
got blue green.
We
I
can check
think blue
quickly, I
green. That was before GDO3.
Yeah, same thing,
Yeah,
right?
that was 1 week before.
So, I
So-
think before GDO.
So basically, like the people before GDO3, we don't know what their preferences is. So if they're like me, they play 1 year war and then they're going to play blue purple probably. Again, because aggressive decks and short tournaments are very good.
Yeah.
Right. This making it best of 3 also helps a lot. So I don't know.
Especially with consistency.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
well,
not gonna bring it.
it's going to be really. I'm super excited to see what people bring in terms of countering blue purple. I really hope someone comes with a deck that just eats blue purple every.
Oh boy, there's
We're
one
forgetting-
deck.
I think we're
that
forgetting one
expect.
region as
One?
well. Latin
Yours?
America.
Yeah,
Yours or
Latin?
Latin,
Okay,
Latin,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's one Latin. So one Latin America.
Only one?
Yeah.
They only had one that goes to World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's not a lot over there.
Yeah, that's the one that
Oh,
I,
really
I,
small.
I,
And the
wanted,
winner
I wanted
was
to go in
1
Mexico.
year war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and then one from Oceania, 2 from EU.
Wait, Oceania regionals or not?
Should have been the regionals.
Was it in
I think
GDO2?
GDO2.
It was GDO2.
You sure it was GDO2?
Yeah,
I don't
GDO3 wasn't a lot, but I don't know if they.
I think it might have
I don't.
been
I don't think they
GDO3, early
posted the
GDO3.
results for
Yeah.
it.
No, they have not.
No, I don't think so.
Or maybe on the Gundam, the official page.
Yeah, I
Maybe
definitely
they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have nothing.
Yeah, and then 2 from Europe, which we know.
Yeah.
3 NA. The 5 from Asia. I don't know if we know each specific one.
I know I saw it from a guy called Samurai. Like he documented
Okay,
and he
cool,
shared the deck list, but I forgot
Nice,
where
nice.
what it was. So.
But again, this is, I want to say, a new meta. Like, and people have identified blue purple as the
top
deck,
dog.
deck to beat. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Worlds, with the top 16 players in the world, I think a lot of people will be on that deck. Yes.
Yeah.
But I also don't think a lot of people will bring it just because of how familiar everybody will be with this deck.
Yeah.
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 I think being, as I mentioned, like for not a lot of people were trying to be on like the cook side.
Yeah.
The side where like the person doesn't really know what you're playing until day 2.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that just gives the edge.
Also, I won't disagree. If you bring something aside from blue purple and you do well with it, you're kind of better. Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
kind of
pretty much
innovative.
there. Like
yeah.
the only thing that can beat you is like that he's the one just Russ Gundam.
Right,
Override
that's the thing,
right?
right? Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like you're being innovative, and that helps so much in this game. Is knowing when to go for trades and when not to go for trades. If I don't know what you're playing, it makes it very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we kind of like trying to do spicy Sundays.
Yeah.
Just to promote different decks, try to get other people to try different things aside Blurpool
Yeah.
Yeah.
or aside Wing Zero. Like, you know, you wanna get spicy.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
Well, the question I was getting at wasn't really like who was playing at Worlds. It was more about like, I don't know if you watched the finals games for Japan, but have you seen like their playstyle versus our playstyle? It's very different.
Yes.
I feel like the way they play, like you might have said that they're very conservative, and we're more towards like luck sacking or bursts, luck sacking or pilots, luck sacking for game, right?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? It's like, first of all, in my opinion, I think a win's a win, right? Like, I've bricked and lost games, or like lost games to like last shield being a base. It happens, right? Japan appreciates consistency a lot. I've seen this throughout like many TCGs. Like even
Yeah.
for like Magic, the Japanese professionals, whenever they would go to big tournaments, they always bring one of the more consistent decks rather than like the decks that would do well if they draw well, right? Like,
Yeah.
So I don't know. That again, Gundam's also in a pretty early meta, or
Yeah.
sorry, pretty early in its lifespan,
Yeah.
where there's not an insane amount of skill expression / decisions you can make.
Yeah.
But those decisions, watching the Japan final, like you could tell that they do things very differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the times they would go for board, and I would be like, I would 100% have swung for life here, or like completely ignore the board and just go for game or whatnot. But again,
we're risk taker.
We're a risk taker,
We're
exactly.
bigger, I think. Yeah.
They're more about like
We're
let's-
more aggressive.
Yes.
I think like
So-
we're more aggressive because we're so used of pushing for life and ending our games
Yeah.
early because it's best of one, right?
Yeah.
And you want to save your energy for your next round,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
In Japan, they're more about the grind. Like they're more like, I'm gonna grind you out until you have nothing left, and when I know I have game, I will go for game.
You see, that I agree. The only issue is that right now is that the top 4 from Japan are all playing aggressive decks. But the way they're playing the aggressive decks is very different than how I would play them. So I'm excited to see what they bring. Yeah.
Or is there like a play style that in Japan made you change certain decisions you make now?
I don't think so. The thing is that again, you like to win a game of Gundam, you have to hit them 7 times, right? Like, that's effectively. You just have to hit them 7 times.
Yeah.
And we're trying to find the ways of doing that the most efficient way possible, right? Going for board is completely useless if you die, right? Like, so I don't know. I don't know if there's anything they would do that would change my
Your play style?
my play
Or
style.
your decision making?
Yeah, my decision making is basically like won't change that much.
Okay.
But I might be able to like. So this happened at Nats
Yep.
in the top cut day 2. The blue-green player probably would have killed would have
Won the game?
won the game against me, game 1, if he was more aggressive.
Okay.
So
Are we talking about AZ? What's it AZ? I
think so.
It was AZ?
I have to double check.
Is it the
The Dynamis.
It's the blue-green Dynamis.
Yeah,
the Rush.
so it was
the
AZ.
Rush, the Rush Dynamis deck. He would have beat me, I'm pretty sure, if he just went for game. But he was playing a little bit conservative and trying to go for the grind. This allowed me to like. I'm pretty sure I got lucky and top decked Mikazuki for the final pilot.
Give you extra draws.
Yeah, but if he just went for game, I would have died. So I'm assuming Japan might come into these, or not Japan. I would say Eastern versus Western mentality.
Yeah.
So the Eastern mentality might be to try to guarantee the win versus like 85% of the win. You know, like
Yeah.
versus sometimes if you try to guarantee the win, you might lose to that like 10% chance, right?
Yeah.
So
That one
Honestly,
topic.
the risk takers were probably chances, like we're taking those 15%. If it's 15% that you would lose, you take it, right?
Yeah.
You take the 85 over the 15 versus 100%.
But again, all these players are the best, so like I don't think they'll be making silly mistakes. And
Honestly, I cannot wait.
I'm excited.
I don't think there's a right or wrong. Like
No,
it's
I agree.
just based on the decision on the
100%.
Obviously,
player.
some decision might look wrong, but then when you realize like what it's building up
Yeah,
to,
100%.
that's what's that's what's exciting.
Yeah,
Right?
sometimes he's thinking about something specific in his head.
Yeah.
He know it's coming, so that's
Yeah.
why he did it that way.
Yeah. Like a lot of the players at the highest level, like at Worlds, will probably be able to like understand what's in someone's hand by how they play, right? And then you're starting to play around different things.
Yeah.
So it's like it'll be very interesting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to Digimon, like at Worlds, they still make mistakes, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. I watched some Worlds game. It was finals. Like his unit was much weaker than their boss monster, right? They chose to swing their small unit into the boss monster, and they lost everything.
Yeah.
And they just didn't even think. They just
Well-
brain dead top the guy.
So okay, speaking of brain dead plays,
Yeah.
my game 2 in the finals, I attached an Amuro to a Hyakurin, thinking I would have one extra resource to gun tank a Barbie, but
okay.
I didn't have the extra resource because Amuro cost 1, and then, I was just cooked on stream. I was like, okay, well we pivot to something different and hope we don't lose. But it didn't end up mattering because I top decked 3 fail strikes in a row, so like that didn't matter. But you know,
Yeah, it's pretty bad during the mirror once they're all playing level 4 copy. Level 4.
Well, I was literally I drew a fail strike and my opponent's board was Barbatos Adapt, Gundam that was linked, and then NT, and I'm like, what do I do?
So if we go back a little bit to the tier list.
Yeah.
So is there any upcoming, like let's say tier 2, tier 3 that you think that they're gonna potentially jump up, like
I
with more
think
cook?
if somebody cooks really hard with blue red, I think it could be tier 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting take.
I think if somebody cooks really hard with specifically blue red, I think it could be tier 1. It does some of the most unfair things in the game right now.
I think Eggman had a list. So Eggman did last chance qualifiers, and he was trying to get into nuts. I think like he did a list on stream that I feel would be like the cook.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys saw his streams or like saw his games. Yo, that thing was crazy.
Yeah, so like I think like again, card games are all about being the most efficient possible, or instead of doing that, breaking the game. And blue red is the closest thing we have to breaking the game right now in Gundam.
Yeah.
Like Banshee Unicorn is not a fair Gundam card.
We saw it
The
today.
double attack.
Yeah, double attack first strike is crazy, right?
And it reaches 7.
Yeah.
I think that's like the difference between Death Sight. Death Sight is at 6.
Oh,
Yeah, Banshee mode's
Yes.
level 6.
yeah.
Level
It's still
6,
six,
right?
still six.
But I mean, like, sorry, I mean, it does 7 attack.
No, it does 6, right? It's a 4.
It's 5-4.
It's
It's hit for 7.
Yeah, it's 5-4. So
Seven?
you would hit.
It's 7.
It's
For
7.
sure it's 7.
Oh, 7? Okay.
So,
seven.
right
We
now,
have a
so many
fun day.
HP units are 7 base.
yeah.
Right.
Well, 7's like the sweet spot of like being safe from big stuff, right? Like there's wing attached with hero, there's wing 0 unattached.
Yeah.
Even like some people are cooking with the 2-2 pilot on the lupus or whatnot, right? Like,
We got someone right here.
But that's why I think,
Called
like,
out.
no, I mean like.
you want to reveal this?
that's why
or-
Banshee is so much better than Death Sight, because Death Sight only hits 6, right? Like, that's why like Death Sight early on GDO1, everyone was playing it because it can take down like any 6 HP units. 6 HP was the cap at the time.
Yeah.
Now it's 7, and 6 doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I think the most important breakpoints in Gundam right now are 2 HP, 5 HP, and 7 HP.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 5 HP, the Amuro, of course, and basically everything that goes along with that.
I'll strike.
Yeah, doesn't have to be said.
Yeah.
2 HP are things that can... There's so many ping effects that kill 2 HP units now.
Yeah.
Right? Also, Sword Strike as well, slightly like as a caveat. But there's so many things that kill 2 HP units. And then 7 HP is what I would consider to be too big to kill. But as we said, Banshee is...
It has the potential.
Yes.
It has the potential. Especially if it's just like a bunch of like burst,
Yeah.
a bunch of cards that just go straight to trash.
Yeah, so if they print a blue Merida in the future, maybe, or
Blue Marita, yo.
I wouldn't be surprised because they're
So-
making multicolors.
Yeah.
They're making
Autopilots now.
Academy
Yeah.
green,
green
white.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
So
or even like a
Beautiful.
green Merida, right? And you go
Yeah.
green blue with Banshee, like you
Oh, that's
know?
kind of crazy. Imagine.
Like it'd be,
Yeah.
it'd be,
it's gonna make
The
a
possibilities?
blue green Earth Federation.
yeah.
the
Yeah.
possibilities Gundam can get to.
No, but that's the thing. It's I love this game. There's
Yeah.
so much available space and design space and future
Yeah.
for this
Now
game.
it's just like we're just praying they learn from One
Yeah.
Piece, they learn from Digimon,
Yeah.
and we,
Yeah,
we're
I
the
played
golden
so
child.
many Bandai games. I played Naruto, I played Kajudo, I played like so many, and they all like kind of like.
No,
I'm not
I-
gonna say anything.
I
but,
played Battle Spirits when that came
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Battle Spirits.
That was
Oh,
a
Battle
long
Spirits
time.
was. Oh, no, it wasn't that long. It was like the reboot.
years?
Yeah,
Oh, they had a reboot.
Yeah, they had a
okay,
reboot.
I know the one before the reboot.
No, no,
but
they
I
had a
know-
reboot. Bandai had a reboot right now. Like I'm pretty sure you could buy Battle Spirits right now
Oh,
if you wanted,
God.
for like super cheap. But game was kind of fun.
Sponsor of the day,
Yes.
Current
Yeah.
Magical, go by.
Thank you for the space.
Thank you for the space.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so I played Battle Spirits. I played One Piece.
Yeah, I play One Piece
Yeah.
as well, and
I played a lot of Bandai games. I like what they do. Some of the decisions they make hopefully will be better for the future. Like I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. for the
really
future.
excited.
And I think so. And Riley, what do you think about your spicy decks? Like, what do you think that you have a lot of knowledge in
To be honest, I would say there's people in Japan that's actually cooking purple.
Oh, purple
So
white.
you
yeah.
have to be careful on that
Yes. Yeah. So purple white, I think we haven't talked about at all yet. I think purple white is decent. There are lines for purple white and different builds of purple white, which completely obliterate some of the meta decks right now. They lose to other meta decks, sure, whatever. But there are builds of purple white which can beat basically every deck. So I would put that in like secret tier 1. Like a good purple white list could be secret tier 1.
I think it's also on a pilot.
Yes.
A good pilot changes that deck by so much,
100%,
right?
yeah.
Like the pilot that just pings everything like on the spot and that doesn't know why they're doing that ping.
Yeah.
Versus the guy that's like, oh, I need to kill this because this thing is literally gonna kill me if I don't
Yeah.
rid of it right now.
They use also purple white top 16 and Nats in
Yeah.
Japan also.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a
Yeah,
special
yeah.
cook.
It's getting there. It's
Yeah,
getting there.
it's getting there. It's a secret deck that people are cooking in Japan right now because they're huge IBO fans.
Yes, that's the thing.
So, like, I'm pretty sure you saw we were talking about it, right, in Twitter, where some guy played like 5 blue purple and then just destroyed every one of them back to back with purple white. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh
for one
god.
of their new types. Yeah.
Yeah, that new type that was crazy, and that's why like when I played against him like purple white versus purple, I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But again, I'm average Joe with a purple deck, so like I
But
just
the
draw too
bodies
many
are
cards,
so
that's it.
big with HPs.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I think the biggest thing with purple white is the bodies are much bigger than the classic blue purple
Yeah.
bodies, and the ping reaches so much further.
Yeah.
Like adding lupus, even adding the fourth form allows your units to survive spaces that you normally wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right. Like against a wing 0. If a wing 0 player is facing down 4 fourth forms, or is it fourth form? Yes.
Yeah, the fourth
The
form.
X4?
Second.
No, second form. The
Second form, yeah.
second form.
The one where
Yeah.
if it gets damaged, you get plus
Now,
2.
now
There's
they
a
get
lot
now
of
they get
people.
like
Yeah.
plus 2 AP.
It's like if you have a second form on the field, the wing player kind of doesn't know what to do. Like they
Yeah.
can't really kill that effectively.
Literally, what happened to me?
Right? So it's like
You leave it as a 2/4, not pinging it, and then when you wing 0, you're guaranteed.
You're
a
guaranteed
four.
the
What
damage,
also
bro.
pushes the deck is the base. That
Yes.
gives +2.
To a
It
damage
puts a
unit.
lot of pressure against white decks because there are times where you would like ping your weenies, right?
Yeah.
And then you will just pump it up for a +2.
Yeah,
It's instantly an Ilford killer
Yeah.
or a base killer. So it's either they take it or you just leave it.
and even if sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say even if I have a 5 HP blocker, which happens a lot, with the amount of ping, you love having a 4 power unit.
Yeah, you're just gonna follow up with it.
Yeah.
And I tested a lot of like because of Bradley, he let me try the purple white, and going through a 6 HP base, it's so easy for purple white versus when I try blue perp, I'm like I don't have Gundam World, I'm not passing that 6 HP against green white. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, no, agreed. 6 HP bases are very good. Like
Right now in the meta.
Well, I think just as a whole, I think 6 HP bases are
Even
crazy.
breach doesn't reach 6.
No,
it's
yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like pseudo
swing.
Argama.
Yeah.
It's 2 swing
Yeah,
minimum.
pseudo Argama.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we pretty much reached.
I think we've covered
points.
everything.
We've covered everything.
I think I think those decks are what we're going to see at Worlds. I don't think there will be anything outside of that. Like I don't think anybody's going to come in with green red.
Clan! We're the
Yeah,
clan
the
fans.
Xeon Rush.
Xeon Rush.
What else is there?
pretty much
G-Fred?
Xeon Rush.
G-Fred Xeon? No?
To be honest, it's just all the decks we actually named. That's
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
That's it. That's everything, right? Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's the meta right now.
Yeah.
Like what's been winning at NTCs as well. What's been like taking over a few of the NTCs that's out there, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, honestly, I'm just excited to see like what's gonna win. Like,
Yeah,
I hope
so
I hope
excited.
NA wins, and if it's Canada, that's even better. Like,
I'll do my
Yeah,
best.
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
we
I'll do
get
my best.
we get back a
Don't
revenge
give
for
too much
hockey, bro.
pressure.
I'll do-
No,
I'll do-
we're
I'll do
not
it.
talking
Go
just
for
about
it.
him.
Yeah,
I'm
easy,
talking about
easy.
everyone in general.
As long as you have fun in Japan, it's
Oh,
good.
Yo,
no,
honestly,
You're gonna love it. It's
I
really
know.
a good.
Yeah.
So honestly, did everyone here go to Japan?
Yeah, I've been.
Yeah.
I've been
You guys been?
It's been 10
Four
years.
times.
It's
Four
been
times?
10 years. I'm trying to go to Japan.
Okay.
But each year I delay it. by
Name
years,
name
by
top
years.
ramen spots. You guys have some already or no?
I mean, it's gonna be a chain ramen.
Oh, you gonna name a chain?
Yeah.
No, name Ichiron?
Don't
Yeah.
don't,
I knew it. I knew
I told you.
Japanese players watching us right now.
Yeah.
roasting
They're
us
gonna
for
be like Baka Gaijins.
the gaijin with Ichiran ramen. That's crazy, bro. No, honestly, like there's so many ramen shops. What I like to do is just randomly like go to one. And not a food chain, right? Just randomly go to one and just sit down and
100%.
go for it. Right?
You're gonna slurp hard, man. They love the slurp. If they hear you slurp, it means you like the ramen.
No, I'm just excited. I just hope I don't embarrass us by asking what a card does. And
Oh, so
then
you're
I'll
getting
put the
red for
gun
blue
text.
for- yeah.
And
It
then
makes
in,
sense,
In
it
the
makes sense.
in the sideboard, I'll put the gun
Yeah.
text.
Because that's like JP's
Yeah.
meta right now
Yeah, yeah.
because 3 HP is the threshold.
Yes,
It's-
100%.
It's really hard
Like
to
Angsha in the mirror is so like I'm like that's so big.
That's why they play also like 6 Resol
Yeah.
because 3 HP is hard, but like
Yeah.
you have Fatal Strike, which is like
Yeah. I guess we'll get to our special thing.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So
special thing.
our special thing, as mentioned, we are gonna have a spicy Sunday.
Yes.
Every Sunday, we're gonna invite a top player, and our first guest for both me and Russ stream is going to be clearly not American Knots #1.
Yeah.
champ. Okay.
I'm excited for Spicy Sunday.
Obviously, it just can't be us alone cooking, right?
Yeah.
We want everyone to cook their lists. We want to make this game as spicy as possible, right? So whoever has a spicy list, feel free to put in the comments your spicy list, and whichever has the most like, we'll start with those lists first, and then
But
we'll just go down, right?
this video is going out on Monday.
Oh, so it's gonna be for AZ.
Yeah, I
gonna be
think so.
crazy.
Yeah.
that's fine.
So we know that you're gonna be tomorrow, since you're going like we don't want to bother you.
Yeah, so
like,
we have our own
afterwards.
spicy list already, so we're gonna get the prep for
Perfect.
it.
Yeah.
And
So I
the
think-
future spicy list.
Yeah, I think for each week, you guys can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and also YouTube.
Yeah.
We're gonna make an individual post so you guys can just drop your deck list so people can see it beforehand. Then we're gonna test play it, and the guests.
It can be either of us. It can be Russ. If you see Russ's post, feel free to post.
Yeah,
something else.
exactly.
It could be me. If you want somebody to play your list, your favorite YouTubers to play your list, feel free
Yeah.
to send it to Russ. If you want me to play your list, feel free to send it
Yeah.
to me. It can be any of us, and we're gonna play against the top of the top. And if we can cheat some games,
Yeah.
yo, maybe we should have something at stake.
Hey, yeah, we'll see. We'll see the trophy.
Yeah, we want to see a
Wait,
trophy.
if it's trophy, it means that I have to play my beta alt art
yeah.
over for my faction.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Oh, yeah, high stake game, high stake game.
That'd be
Yo,
crazy.
we're so at a disadvantage though. He's playing meta. Okay, so make sure to send your list.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
like, subscribe to us, comment your thoughts on the
Yeah.
current meta and who would win worlds. Which region?
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
region?
yeah.
Which
Yeah.
region you think is gonna take world?
Yeah.
The gamblers, like our
gamblers.
not Las Vegas, bro. We're clearly the
Yo,
gamblers.
since Vegas I came back, yo, I'm
Change
playing
man.
red. I'm playing red, gambling on shield for close combat. I'm picking like gambling on gambling,
Gam-
but I hit
Change
it.
man.
I hit it every single time.
At least you hit it.
Yeah, I hit it.
And you see Japan like consistency. You
Yeah.
see Latin America like veteran players. Like the guy that made a top. He also top One Piece.
Yes.
Yeah, so veteran players that played before, right?
Yeah.
Europe has their own thing going on, right? They were GDO too, so they had more time to cook their own list. You don't actually know what they're gonna play,
Yeah.
right? Oceania kind of the same thing. They're kind of unknown, so they could clutch up. You never
Yeah.
know. Honestly, I'm excited just to see our first world champion. and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I'm excited too.
All right.
Same.
Are we gonna see potential YouTube channel for both of you?
Maybe we'll see.
No.
TBD.
No?
TBD. You'll catch me on Russ's channel for now, and
Okay.
your channel as well.
Same thing with me.
All right. So it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for watching. Please comment below if there's some specific content you would like us to start making. We already have like 3 to 4 type of different content. So just make sure to subscribe and continue supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. Until the next one. Perfect. Thank you.
No
Thank you,
worries.
thank you.
That was
That was
sick.
fun. That was
That
fun.
was a good time.